Good evening, everybody, and I'm sorry for the blip. Welcome to the special meeting of the Norwich Selectboard. This is Monday, November 7th, 2022. My name is Marcia Calloway. I'm currently serving as chair. In alphabetical order, I'm joined by board members Roger Arnold, Robert Gear, Aaron Lamperti, and Mary Layton. Pursuant to Act 78, this meeting is being held fully remotely with Zoom access technology, which permits attendance of the public by Zoom and by telephone. The board has posted and included in the meeting agenda the information that enables direct access and participation. The agenda and packet materials were distributed via the Norwich listserv and are available on the town website under the Select Board tab. We're now would anyone like to make a motion to approve tonight's agenda?
We're still missing Mary. I don't know.
Whoa.
But I move to approve the agenda.
Okay. Mary said she's having a problem with the link.
Yeah. Tell her to try again.
Okay. Okay. Do we have a second?
Second.
Rob seconds. All in favor? Roger?
Sorry.
All right. Do we have Mary yet?
No, because people are using the agenda for the 4th and not the 7th.
Okay. I just told her to try again. Who is that?
Cedar from CATV, I believe.
Are you trying to tell us something?
He's recording.
Okay. I'm sorry. Is the recording started?
It's not.
Okay.
And Roger, will you do it?
So you have to make me host again, Rob. I made you host when you entered. So
You made me host. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm happy to take over the host for the transition if that is helpful. So, but you just now need to make me host again.
Okay, participants. Let's see.
Bear with us, folks. We're in transition. Miranda, are you taking minutes tonight?
Okay, there's Mary in the waiting room.
And we'll just start recording.
Recording in progress.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you. Welcome, Mary. I can't see you, but welcome. Where are you? Rob, can you do magic?
I'm here. Yep.
Here she is. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Roger.
We've approved the agenda. Now can we have public participation? Anyone wants to offer anything that's not on the agenda? Linda Cook, I think you were first.
Hi there. I was just going to let people know that I had said at the last meeting I was going to do research on the Moore Lane Bridge, and I have looked into it, and the material is being shared at the next regular select board meeting. Just to let you know that's there. Okay, thank you, and good luck tonight.
Thank you, Linda. Stuart Richards.
You're welcome.
Stuart Richards, Board of Civil Authority. I'd like to offer a great big thank you to you, Marcia, for stepping into a difficult situation. And I'd also like to thank Roger for his efforts. And I'd also like to suggest to Roger that with the changes in the select board and the restructuring, that you step down and give somebody else a chance to provide the town with the efforts that you've been providing. So hope you take that seriously, and thank you both. Thank you.
Thank you, Stuart. Are there any other comments? Okay. Seeing none, we'll go to our next agenda item, appointment of interim town manager discussion with a likely executive session. So as by way of background in agenda setting and by way of having some information for the board's discussion about the interim and town manager positions, Mary suggested calling the VLTC or municipal resources to find out what they could offer us for help. VLTC had advised that the interim position had to be filled by November 8th, and based on that information and the fact that the board meeting was not until November 9th, I made some calls to see if I could identify people who might be willing to be considered by the board for the interim position. At this point, the board needs to discuss what it would like to do in terms of filling that position temporarily. Again, there is an agenda item on November 9th for that meeting to allow us to continue to discuss both of those positions. Does the board want to consider making a motion? Yes, Mary.
I'd like to sort of clarify that I think what we're looking at tonight is to possibly consider the appointment of an acting town manager rather than an interim. That we have to appoint an acting town manager, I believe, forthwith, which means you cannot have a gap. You have to have someone covering. So I believe that's what we're considering tonight. Would you agree, Marcia?
I think so.
There means that needs to be considered. That needs to be considered. Okay.
That's right. It is definitely a temporary position, and the name we can work out and talk through the title. Okay.
So after.
Well, sorry.
Yes, Roger.
So just to be clear, like after we reached out to the LCT, or you reached out to the LCT, you began soliciting potential applicants. And then at what point were the attorneys consulted, if at all?
Before that. And I was told initially acting was the title, and then interim was used interchangeably. So I want to discuss that. But the bottom line doesn't change. We need to have some sort of an appointment, temporarily at least, November 8th. Yes, Aaron.
I spent a little time trying to look at Vermont statute to try to understand where that authority comes from. Can you explain why we have to have an interim, where that's actually written?
All I can tell you is that I let the attorney tell me, and VLTC was quite clear. So I didn't look it up myself. I relied on the attorney.
Yeah, we've received.
Yes, Roger.
We've received attorney-client communications on this matter in the past. So I look forward to discussing that, because the communications didn't necessarily suggest this route.
Okay. So what would the board like to do, Mary?
I'm noticing on our agenda, we have the appointment of an interim town manager, and then we have an executive session, advice from town attorney. Do we need to switch those around?
No, we're going to do this one first. Our town attorney is not available at the moment. So we can start this one now.
We can start this one now. If there's advice from the town attorney and the town attorney is not available, does that mean that number 4 is irrelevant?
I don't think it is irrelevant. I think if you want to make the motion to invite her at the end of our discussion, I think she may be available. I'm supposed to text and find out if she's available at that time. I'm totally taking advice from counsel here. So what I would suggest is that we, if the board wants to, begin a discussion, make the motion to potentially invite counsel because council is otherwise engaged at this moment, but I can text when we're ready to invite council to join us.
Okay. I think I understand this. Would you like that motion?
If you'd like to make it.
Okay. I move to enter executive session to consider appointment of a public employee under 1 V.S.A. 313A3.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor? Motion passes. All right. So we've moved to go into executive session. Would you like to move people into, oh no, we need to vote to go into an executive session. No, we just did.
We just did it to one part
Right.
motion this time.
That's right. Okay, so can we put people into the waiting room and then we will return?
For applications for an interim town manager.
Is there a second?
Second.
Rob Gear seconds the motion. All in favor? Motion passes unanimously. Okay, now we're on to the next section. Executive session advice from town attorney made for the purpose of providing professional legal services under 1 V.S.A. 313A1F. Is there a motion? Mary?
I move to find that premature public knowledge of privileged attorney-client communications for the purpose of providing professional legal services to the Norwich Selectboard would clearly place the town at a substantial disadvantage by disclosing privileged communications and possibly waiving privilege.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, Aaron, I think was best. And all in favor? Unanimous? Is there a second motion?
Yeah, I'll do it again. Let's see. I move to enter executive session for attorney-client privileged communications under 1 V.S.A. 313A1F and for evaluation of a public employee under 1 V.S.A. section 313A3 and to invite the town attorney to attend.
Is there a second? Is there a second to that motion?
Second.
Rob?
Yeah.
Thank you. All in favor? Unanimous. Okay. Can we go in, people into the room? And a second? Do we have a second for public session? Aaron seconded. And a vote. All in favor? Unanimous? Great. And is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Is there a second? Rob?
Second.
Rob seconded. May we see hands for voting? Good. Unanimous? We are adjourned at 8:22 p.m. Thank you very much, everyone. Good night.
Night, everyone.
Good night.